All right. Today is Saturday, January 30th, and that means it's garage sale day. There's a handful of garage sales in the neighborhood today, and there's one estate sale as well. So we're gonna go check all those out. Hopefully we can find some good stuff today. We haven't found a ton of great stuff at the garage sales lately, and the thrift stores have been kind of dry for me, so it just hasn't been the best. Anyway, before we jump into the garage sales, I just kind of want to get a few things off my chest here about some of the auctions recently. So you might remember a couple of weeks ago we won that auction. It was a $17,000 auction that we won. Had the 2 pallets of electronics and all the video games and all that kind of thing. It was total retail was $17,653 or something like that. We're walking to the we're walking to the dumpster to throw some trash out. All right, so it was basically $17,000 for retail for the auction, right? So our winning bid was $5,001, right? Then we had to pay for shipping, okay? So we got that a couple weeks ago. We've sold most of it, and we're now into profit about $3,000, right? Again, we won it for $5,001, okay? That's important to remember for this specific point here. So there was an auction last week, Monday, Tuesday, something like that. And it was almost the exact same auction that we just won a couple of weeks ago. It was a little bit different. Instead of having 2 Nintendo Switches, there were 2 Oculus Rifts in there, but 6 1/2 dozen the other. They both were selling for $350, $360. You know, the Rifts and the Nintendo Switches, so it was pretty much a wash. However, this time around, that auction went for, I think it was $8,800. The total retail was 17,000 and something. I don't remember exactly, but the one that we won was 17,653, I think, 17,600 and something. This one was 17,000 something. I don't remember the last number, but it sold at auction for $8,800, and then they still have to pay to ship it to themselves. So I'm just not understanding how they're making a profit, I guess. So well, all right, let me rephrase that. I just don't understand how they're making a profit large enough to make it worthwhile. I mean, if you're going to spend almost $9,000 on the merchandise, and I guess depending on where you live, let's just say another $500 to ship it to you. So you're going to spend $9,500 to get this merchandise that you're gonna sell for about 10 grand, you know, maybe 10.5 or 11. So you're gonna spend $9,500 to make 800 to 1,200, you know, and it's not like it's just a quick flip, you know. It's not just like you're buying a car and flip it tomorrow and you've got your $1,200. So you know, part of me thinks part of me thinks with stuff like this, I really think I'm just a really small fish in a really massive pond. I think I may have stepped up to a point where I'm bidding on merchandise with like some really big places. I know that Goodwill, for example, right? I know that they're reselling merchandise that they're getting from Target. I just don't know where they're getting that merchandise from. And the pallets that I've been getting lately have been from Target, right? But at auction. So I'm wondering if I'm bidding on pallets against Goodwill, you know? And if that's the case, I'll never be able to compete with them right now. Might be a while. So, you know, it's I don't know how I won the pallet a couple weeks ago. I don't know if the people were just tapped out or were taking a couple of days off and I just got lucky. I'm not really sure. But, and it seems like all of the pallets right now, all of the auctions that have this type of merchandise in them, they seem to be selling 50, 60, 70, 80% of retail. You're not gonna get full-on retail for this stuff on eBay. I mean, some things you will, and some things you'll even get more than retail. But by and large, you know, you're not. And then even if you do, even if you get, you know, the $60 that the video game costs retail, well, you still have to ship it unless the buyer's paying shipping, but then you still have fees. You still have to give eBay their cut, right? So the only way I guess I can see where it's making sense is if you have that brick and mortar store, right? You're putting the item up for sale in a brick and mortar store, I guess, and you don't have the eBay fees. But then, you know, if you're accepting payment via credit card, you have fees that way, and you know. So I don't know. But it seems like lately all of these auctions that are the ones that we want to bid on are going just for crazy prices. And it's different than it was just a couple months ago, because back at the end of 2020, in that last 3-4 months, you know, we won a couple of other pallets of a couple other auctions of the electronics, and we didn't have to pay 50-60% of retail to do it. We were getting them for 30-40% of retail, which left us plenty of room, and to the point where it made sense for us to do it. But now, for some reason, people are paying way too much, and it's pricing us out. At least to the point where it just doesn't make sense to buy it. When you're talking about having to process 600 items of inventory, you know, to make $800, that's just, it just doesn't make sense unless you just have a, you know, a massive operation, and you know, it's okay to make 15-20% of your investment, and you know, 15 to 20% is fine, but you have to have the capital to be able to purchase that inventory, right? So you spend the $10,000, right, and you purchase the auction, or the $5,000 or $6,000, $7,000, right? You purchase the auction, and the inventory is shipped to you. Well, yeah, that's going to take some time. Then you have to sell it. That's going to take some time. So you have that money tied up. I don't know. It just seems like I'm just a really, really small fish in this really big pond right now. And maybe I had just gotten lucky and was able to get that auction for 5 grand, 5,001. So I don't know. But right now we haven't won any auctions other than the previous one. There are some other avenues. There are some other liquidation companies we can go with. There are some other just types of inventory we can buy. Just truth be told, I like selling the electronics. I like selling the video games. Video games are easy. If it's a brand new game, it's 2 pictures, front and back. Not much to it. Not a whole lot of research that has to be done. Packing and shipping is easy. It's light. They go first class. Pop them in a bubble mailer, off they go. So you know, I mean, and who doesn't like doing video games, I guess. But you know, there are other avenues. There's other auctions we could bid on. You know, other types of inventory. It just comes down to space, you know, time. So you know, that is what it is. I was kind of hoping that by now, almost the end of January going into February, that I would have made another large purchase. And we bid on several. I was $12,000 in on one just about a week and a half ago. It was a $36,000 retail auction. So at 12 grand, I felt okay. But it ended up going for, I don't remember, $19,000 or something. Just under 20. It didn't go for 20, but it was up there. I just could not tie up $20,000 for $34,000 worth of inventory retail, where I'm going to spend 20 grand and maybe see back $5,000, maybe $4,000, $3,000, maybe if I'm lucky. You know, I can't see, you know, right now I just can't see doing that. Because if you get, you know, you spend 10 grand to make 1,200, right? That 12 to 15%, you know, you make 1,500 bucks. You get a couple of returns. You know, next thing you know, your ROI is in the single digits. And now you're talking about like what Walmart and those guys are doing. So, you know, I don't know. It's nice to be able to get full pallets of grade A brand new merchandise, because again, it's easy to list and you can get lots of it at once, but it's auction style. And so, you know, when you're a small fish like myself in a really big pond with some really big fish who are apparently willing to take a 12 to 15%, you know, 8 to 12 in some cases percent ROI, you know, how do you compete, right? When you're a little guy. So, you know, but it's a good problem to have, I guess, in a way, because I've sort of graduated the business to that level now. So it's kind of, you know, it is kind of cool in a way. Sucks in a way, because the only ways I can really still consistently get inventory is through garage sales and flea markets and thrift stores. And frankly, I mean, you've seen the garage sales and thrift stores lately. The thrift stores around here have been picked dry, you know, because of the things that have happened. You know, lots of people have gotten into reselling, and you know, so the thrift stores around here just aren't what they used to be. Even just this time last year, you know, I could go out to the thrift stores, the little thrift store loop that I like to do, and almost always come back with you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. And now, you know, I go out and if I come back with 1 or 2 things, it's been a good day. So, you know, that's sort of really changed. But it's a, you know, highly populated area and people are out of work and reselling is there and eBay is still open. Post office is open. So I get it. I definitely get it. So anyway, just a small rant. You know, I'm just sort of realizing I really am a small fish in a big pond, but I'm not complaining because it is sort of a justification that what I'm doing is working. You know, I've grown the business in just a year and a half to a point where I'm now semi-competing with these big dudes, right? Dudettes. You know, I'm in some of these auctions and I'm bidding against them. I'm bidding them up, so to speak. There are some auctions where it's come down to me and one other person who I would assume is a big guy because, you know, big person, girl. Because if we're both bidding $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 plus shipping on merchandise, that's not chump change, right? I mean, it's not millions of dollars or anything like that, but you know, that's not something the person running a little business in their bedroom is gonna, well, maybe, you know, I don't want to say that. That's not entirely true. It's just not chump change, at least not to me. And in some of these cases, I'm bidding them up. They're having to pay more than they would have ordinarily wanted to. So, you know, I've been able to get myself there in a year and a half. It just kind of sucks at the same time because I can't get that consistent inventory. It's an auction. It is what it is. Anyway, so just a bit of a rant about being a small fish in a big pond. Good problem to have, I guess. So let's go to a couple of garage sales. Let's see what we can find today. We'll stop at a couple thrift stores like we always do. So let's go make it a good Saturday. And let's see what we can find.
Everything is handmade by
Cool.
me.
Nice, awesome.
Cute Valentine's Day stuff if you're looking for gifts. There's little craft kits there.
Awesome.
Those little circles there hang on the welcome sign, so it turns it into a 12-year sign.
Oh, okay.
Switches with every holiday.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Creative. Are there lots of... How are y'all?
Hi. I remember you. And you were the comic books, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I remember you because my cousin in New York City, I went up there to bring him back and he said, so I went up and there were 11 boxes and he said he needs to go through it.
Oh,
So,
sure. Yeah, yeah. I definitely get
all
that.
the time, but I told him about you.
Gotcha.
There were 11 huge boxes, like
Yeah.
massive, like the wardrobe boxes that are supposed to use for clothes. That's how much he has. He's 11 of those.
Wow.
But
That's a ton.
He's 43. He's like, I need to go through them, and
Yeah.
of course he doesn't get to Penn State to his mom's often. But
Mm-hmm.
oh, I didn't forget about you.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, I'd go through them too if I was him. Who knows what you might have in there.
I can't believe when I went up there.
I just see what you're talking about, the tires.
Oh, the tires,
I was
yeah.
standing here and I couldn't tires. So.
Yeah, she's got the tires.
Yeah.
I love your tires. I saw that on TV. That and cement blocks.
Yeah, I don't know, like I haven't seen it a lot down here, but they're everywhere up north.
I tires too and putting them in.
Yeah, I thought about that, but my mom vetoed it.
Oh, my antique books, Disney books.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Aren't they? They're so old. I bet you they're worth a fortune. I wouldn't even know how much they're worth if you, yeah.
I'm not sure, but they're from 1963, it looks like. Interesting.
I'm selling them for 25.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, they're so disintegrated, but I just thought how cool if someone
Yeah.
I mean, you'll never get those again, ever.
Yeah, there are a lot of Walt Disney collectors out there, for sure. Are they all from 1963? Let's see. $1964. Sure.
Okay. And eBay, I do not well on there, so that's why I decided to do more garage sales of my stuff, because I feel like because I like antique stores, and I get more out of people coming here in antique stores than I do on eBay.
Really?
I just don't do well on eBay and Etsy, but
Yeah, I don't sell on Etsy, just on eBay. Mostly electronics, video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some collectibles, comic books, you know, the stuff like that.
and you do well, and it works.
Pretty well, yeah.
Gosh,
Yeah.
my cousin.
Tiene que agarrar la fibra. Por ti. Acá tiene una pistolita para chiquita.
¿Qué se quieren?
Tienes que pegarlo, ¿no?
No está. ¿De qué?
Es casi ¿no?
¿Qué es esto?
Soldado. Este es Rikichi.
Ah,
Este es, ¿quién será?
ese es el hijo de Black Man.
¿Ah, sí?
Ujú.
Hulk. Ya tiene Hulk, ¿no?
Esto.
Ya. In the bag, please. ¿Cuántos son? 1, 2, 3 dólares.
Ah,
¿Quién era el coleccionista? ¿Tu hijo o tú? ¿Ah? ¿Quién era el coleccionista? ¿Tu hijo? No, es un coleccionista. Ah, le encontraste abajo, ya. Cuando estaba viendo los garajes. Ajá. No, para mí sí es bueno, porque yo lo vi en el estreno en 78 en Buenos Aires, cuando estuvo la guerra de la galaxia. Toda una vida. Ok, gracias.
I found this exact same picture in a storage locker a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah?
Exact same one. Bigger, actually.
Oh, they come to you, huh? How much is a speaker?
How much is the speaker box?
Oh, it's not my garage sale. Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were having the garage sale.
$3.
How much are the pictures over there?
Depends which one you're looking at. Just
What about
the big ones are 5.
What about the two over there?
fine. How are you?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good, thank you.
Oh, ratchet son. Mastercraft. Is Mastercraft any good? I don't know.
Oh, you got the whole thing. Because I had to do it.
How's it going?
Yeah, we're a private sale. So I don't have any way
Hello. I heard hello. I had two blue golden calls. Yeah. Hello. Is there somebody in here?
25% off everything, furniture, clothing, upstairs, that's miscellaneous. That these are already taken. Yeah. Hey, he's loading up. He's going to load up. $4.
So will this work for you, bill of sale, $70 for sale of tools plus miscellaneous items?
Sure.
We're private owners. Do you want to sign it or anything? Okay, what's the today's date? 30th today. Your birthday?
Yeah.
Your birthday, birthday! Good birthday in the house.
Here you go. Have a cookie. I'm 40 years old.
He started a diet. No, a diet, lifestyle. No diet, lifestyle.
Streaming now at peacocktv.com. We now return to the More You Know on NBC.
And the clothing. I never know anything about clothes. I have no idea. Dress barn, I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm just looking.
I'm curious. What is that?
Oh, he's just taking a video or whatever of it.
It's for a YouTube channel. I just kind of blog as I go around to different garage sales and estate sales, and I have a resale business, and it's just kind of a way for me to do some advertising for the business, sort of where I get some of the inventory, and if people want to kind of see some of the background of where their stuff comes from.
Okay. This is a more camera.
What's that?
More camera?
It's a GoPro, just a little small camera. Yeah. Just a little small camera.
People usually use them like for sports, if they're like snow skiing. Somebody gave me theirs, wanted me to give me theirs. When I was skiing, like whatever, 10 years ago. I had gone skiing in like 30 years.
Let's go for a quick stop here in red, white, and blue. I haven't been over here in a week or two, so let's just see what's in here. I like that. I like that. Oh, it's $50. Holy shit. It's a fake plant. Yes, ma'am. just crazy. Absolutely insane. The prices are nuts. All right, let's go to Publix and get some food. I like their Cuban sandwiches are really good. I'm gonna get one of those. Alright, we like these meal for ones. These things are awesome. They usually have a chicken meatloaf somewhere that is just phenomenal. I don't see it. That sucks. We're gonna get the turkey breast cutlet meal for one. And we're gonna grab some Parmesan chicken breast bites. Those sound good. Alright, this just looks too amazing to pass up. The beef sirloin kebab, vegetables with a teriyaki marinade. Oh my god. That looks amazing. Alright, so I need coffee creamer. Am I just blind, or like what the heck is going on here? I don't see creamer. Alright, so coffee, right? Coffee. If you see the creamer, scream, because scream at me. I don't see it. Coffee. Alright, so I mean, here's like some vanilla syrup, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for a coffee creamer, and now we're in the tea. Right? So coffee, tea. Is the creamer somewhere else?